You know, with the recent T-bill dropping their yield and you're getting an unknown interest before you even apply for it, some of you may be interested in the fixed deposits with the various banks in Singapore. And for assumptions wise, I'm gonna use like $100,000 worth of savings in a fixed time deposit. And of course, as you know, for fixed deposits, different tenors, different holding periods will have different rates, but I'll analyze them and then give you the calculation of interest per month, so you can actually compare apples to apples to see which one will give you the best interest for your buck. Now, starting with the first bank, that is with DBS, and DBS has been a recently popular search term because they were offering like short-term 5 months fixed deposits at 3.8%. That was like last 1 or 2 weeks ago, and I mean, people are searching for that, but right now that promotion is already gone. So the current offer right now is 3.6% for 5 months, and you have to key in the code word, which is SRPM. Now, once you have opened that fixed deposit account with DBS and you key in the code word SRPM, you will be offered 3.6% per annum on your 5 months fixed deposit. And if we actually use 3.6% multiplied by our $100,000 of deposit multiplied by the 5 months out of the year, we will get $1,500 of interest over 5 months. And if we calculate the interest per month, that is 1,500 divided by 5, you'll get $300 of interest per month. So you see, this is a short-term fixed deposit benchmark. Anything less than 300, I think you're losing out to DBS. But that's just the first bank. Let's look at the next one, which is from UOB, United Overseas Bank. They do offer promotional fixed deposit rates from 17th to 30th of November this month. Now, the promotional interest rates is valid for 6, 10 and 12 months tenors, and if we look at the different amount that you deposit, you will get different rates. Starting with tier number 1, which is from $10,000 to 49k, you will get 3.55%, and then the next tier, which is from 50k to 999,000, you will get 3.85%, and the highest tier, which is at $1 million and above, you get 3.95%. Wow, I mean 3.95% is definitely a lot, but how many people can actually cough up $1 million and put it in fixed deposits? I mean, if you can get $1 million as liquid cash, 3.95% is a fairly high rate, right? Almost as good as your safe withdrawal rate of 4%. So using our example of 100k, if we use the interest of 3.85% and we analyze that fixed deposit yield, we will get $3,850 over 12 months. And the interest per month will be 3,850 divided by 12. That is $321. Pretty good, right? We are getting higher and higher. Previously DBS at 300, now UOB at 321. Alright, next up is OCBC Bank, and OCBC Bank have the promotional fixed deposit rate for 12 months that is at 3.4% for their cash deposits, and that is for your normal retail customers at personal banking rate. If you have an OCBC Premier account, which means you need to have at least $200,000 of assets with OCBC, you will get 3.7%, and if you are a private banking customer, which means that you have $1 million worth of assets with OCBC, you'll get the highest tier at 3.9%. But in actual fact, most of us belong to the personal banking tier, so if we are just taking 3.4%, it still seems a little bit low. But if we look at the 24 months interest, right, OCBC is offering you 3.8%, which is not too bad for a personal banking customer, because you will get a total of $7,600 over a period of 24 months. And if we actually calculate that on a monthly basis, that will be $7,600 divided by 24, and you will get $317. This is still not as good as UOB though, but OCBC does have a very special product, and that is using your CPF ordinary account to invest in a fixed deposit, because they do offer 3.4% when you deposit your CPF OA with them. So you are sort of transferring your CPF OA into a OCBC fixed deposit from 2.5% in CPF to 3.4% in OCBC. And if we take the interest rate of 3.4% multiplied by 100k, that will be $3,400 of interest per year. And if we calculate it by month, 3,400 divided by 12, we will get $283, which is pretty low, but I think it's significantly higher than your CPF OA at 2.5%. So if you are considering putting your CPF OA into fixed deposits, I think OCBC is a good option. So far, we have looked at all the local banks, but what about those with foreign banks? Are they of higher interest rates? I'll talk about them after a word from the sponsor. I am very jealous of you all. Jealous of those people who have not signed up for Weibo account, because Weibo just launched a record high promotion getting you $150 US worth of cash voucher. And since many of you still have questions on the qualifying criteria, let's go through some of them. First deposit, you must have a $2,000 first deposit lah. Now, even if you have used that $2,000 to buy some stocks and the stocks has fallen to less than $2,000, that's fine as long as you have not made any cash withdrawals. Next, you need to buy one US stock or ETF worth at least $100 US. And you can choose any stock, right? I mean, you can choose Apple. Apple is at around 130, 140 levels, way above $100, so you'll be safe. The third criteria is you have to make one option trade. So you can just look at Apple options. You can buy a $70 put expiring this Friday at like 1 cent. So 100 units of it will be $1. And lastly, you have to hold your deposit for at least 30 days until your cash voucher reward is credited. And that's how you can use the referral link down below or scan the QR code right here to sign up for your Weibo account today. Alright, next bank is a foreign bank. It's CIMB from Malaysia, but they do have a branch in Singapore as well. And I know foreign banks are kind of not popular with Singaporeans because they are more familiar with our local banks. But you see, CIMB do have a very attractive fixed deposit rate. If you look at the 12 months fixed deposit rate, they are offering 3.75%. So with our $100,000 of fixed deposit, we will get $3,750. And if we calculate it by month, that will be $3,750 divided by 12. And that is $313. But you see, the 18-month fixed deposit with CIMB is much better at 3.85%, because if we use 3.85% multiplied by 100k multiplied by the 18 months, we will be getting $5,775 over the course of 18 months. And if we calculate it by interest per month, that will be 5,775 divided by 18, which is $321. And that is pretty good, right? I mean, that is on par with UOB, but CIMB do have a significant advantage, because if you remember from my CIMB credit cards video, you remember that there is this SSS tier credit card known as CIMB Visa Infinite. This Visa Infinite card will give you 3 complimentary airport lounge vouchers with Dragon Pass, and you know it does not have an annual fee, so you can use this card indefinitely. But one of the highest requirement is that it has a high income requirement of 120,000 per annum, and not every one of us is earning 120,000 per annum, right? But you see, another requirement is that you could place a minimum of 50,000 fixed deposit as collateral, and they will let you be eligible for the Visa Infinite card. And with CIMB fixed deposit being so good at 3.85% for 18 months, I think it's a good option for you to look at this and also apply for Visa Infinite card. And you know what's better now? SingSaver is actually offering new to CIMB customers $350 if you're a new sign up to CIMB credit cards. So do take note of this offer and apply before the deadline. Alright, final bank of the day. It must be really good, right? And that is from RHB. RHB, I think, is also a Malaysian bank, so they do offer like slightly higher interest rates compared to our local banks. So for your 3 months fixed deposit, you get 3.2%. For your 12 months fixed deposit, you do get 3.9%. So you see, 3.9% is already better than your UOB and CIMB already. Because if you take 3.9% multiplied by 100k, your annual interest is around $3,900. And if you take $3,900 divided by 12, you get a monthly interest of $325, which is, I think, the best out of all the banks I covered. That's not all, you know, because RHB has the highest tier interest of 4.1% per annum, and that's for their 24 months fixed deposit, right? So if you take 4.1% multiplied by 100k multiplied by the 24 months tenor, you will get $8,200 over 24 months, and that is a lot of interest, right? If we just calculate it by the month, $8,200 divided by 24 months, you will get a monthly interest of $342, and that will really ruin any other banks that I covered previously, because 4.1%, that's even better than CPF SH, better than our latest T-bill previously. So you see, when you are looking for fixed deposits, cannot just look at our local banks, even though they are more popular. You should look at other foreign banks like CIMB, like RHB. All these offer very good offers as well. And you see, 4.1%, I mean, it's pretty good already. But if you really want to find out what are my thoughts about the last T-bill exercise and my predictions for the upcoming T-bill auction, then check out this video right here, because I will tell you some things that you may not know of.